all more fun and more exciting and all more easier. Now that doesn't mean that I'm analyzing you from head to toe and you're dating me. I'm not trying to put together footage for my blog when I'm dating a guy. I mean, I'm looking for love too. How many people in here have ever heard the term dating is so complicated? So let me tell you some exciting news about me. I have mastered the art of completely eliminating the crap from the dating process. And I'm going to show you how you can completely eliminate the mess from the dating process. How many people want to know that? I'm not too hard about see those hands. I'm not surprised because we all just want true love, right? At the end of the day, we just want true love. We just want a good relationship.
She invited them so we can be balanced out.
So later on, when I'm done with my sessions, I got some men in here. They put this in. And they are going to answer questions. I mean, not only for us, but for them. They want to know about us just like you want to know about I love it. Okay, so my blog is called And You Want to See My Feet? I know you probably wondering what that means.
We are very intimate. I understand.
Yes. I want y'all to say it with some attitude. And you want to see my feet?
And you want to see my feet?
So why did I name my blog And You Want to See My Feet? Well, there's a backstory to that. A few years ago, I was dating this guy who actually wasn't dating, and I was in the process of trying to date him. We were sitting in this truck having what I call a bonding conversation. You know, he gets to know more about the guy you're getting ready to go out with. He gets to know a little bit more about me. And, you know, we started talking and finding out we have things in common. We fall madly in love, and the rest is history, right? Can't really end like that. As I'm sitting in the car talking, getting to know more about this guy, he had the audacity in the middle of my sentence to say, "You got pretty feet." I don't think y'all heard me. He stopped me from talking and said, "You got pretty feet." Because my woman has to have pretty feet. So I'm sitting there looking at him, trying to keep my composure going. You just cut me off, got some teeth. I started looking at the guy. He was sitting there, and this is in no way to disrespect anybody. But his beer belly was resting on the steering wheel. He got a receding hairline back here. I said, "And you want to see my feet?" That's where my blog started. Let me point something out. This has nothing to do with criticizing people's appearance. It has nothing to do with talking about his appearance and talking down on him. Because, I mean, I was going on a date with him. So there was something about him that I was interested in. I was going to give him a shot. But there were other things that went on throughout the relationship, and I'd rather not mention that caused us, needless to say, not to date. But what it is my concern is you're looking for love, right? He said he's looking for a good relationship. He said he's looking for a woman that he can call his own. But he stopped that because he was so concerned about my feet. You know what I told him? You go date some feet. I'm going to find me a guy. How about that? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. You know, there's so much more behind the feet story. You know, there's so much more behind it. We all have feet. We all have gone through so much in our life with these feet. There's a journey behind our feet. Whether it's bad things, whether it's good things, whether we escaped a domestic abusing relationship with these feet, whether we overcame adversity with these feet, we are so much more than our feet and where they've been. We're so much more than if they're cute enough to fit his mold, the guy that asked to see my feet. I want you to understand that when you're talking to people, you're getting to know people, and you're trying to date them, let's dig a little bit deeper into their story. What is behind those feet? What's their journey? Where are they traveled from? Where are they headed? Where are they trying to be? What got you all here today? Your feet. You're here because of your feet. So as I continue to try and gather information to find out what is complicated about dates and relationships, I started realizing that more people are more concerned with appearance and looking outer selves than they are about what's in here. What's in here? What can we do together? A couple of the awesome ladies mentioned earlier that it's important to unite, empower each other, represent, support. That doesn't just necessarily mean from a sister lot of people have heard the saying a long time ago, if you do not make a deposit in the bank, then you have a zero balance. Has anyone ever heard that saying?
Yeah.
You gotta make a deposit to have money in the bank. In a relationship, you gotta make a deposit for the relationship to be meaningful and for it to grow as well. I want to do a little exercise right here. I want you to look at the person beside you. Don't introduce yourself. Don't tell them who you are. Don't ask them their name. Just say, you have pretty feet. Because I only like people with pretty feet.
My man got to have pretty feet.
Some of us don't have pretty feet, and we know that. It's okay. It's okay. But how does that feel to know that we're in a world where it doesn't matter? It doesn't matter what's in your heart. They're not taking the time to find out more about you. I just want to know if you meet their qualifications immediately. It doesn't matter where you're headed, what you can bring to their life, what positive things you can help them to develop from. They just want to know immediately if you meet their expectations, if you stay at the nail salon, if you got the hair, you got the nails, if you got the image. That's what's important to so many people. And we get caught up in that. One of the awesome ladies made a great point earlier when she said we're so focused on the men that we lose sight of ourselves, those who are dating, trying to get to know a guy, trying to meet a good guy. We get focused on that relationship and we lose who we are. Do you realize that sometimes every relationship is not a healthy relationship? I want people to take that in really, really deeply. Every relationship, just because you're in one, does not mean it's healthy. So what I'm trying to get here and project is how can we, as people, go deeper into a person's foot story and learn more about them? That might be your wife or your husband you're laughing at. That might be your future business partner you're talking down on. That's your opportunity to miss because they have a hammer toe. Don't block your blessings over a bunion. And you want to see my feet. It's so much bigger than the journey of the feet. And it's like, oh, this is going to be something serious. Because how many people in here can only imagine life without the travel? The journey. You're all here because we have a story. We're all here because we have a dream, a vision, a passion, a goal, as we talked about earlier. These feet go to get you there. The last thing you need is someone trying to break that down and slow that. So when you're sitting there, whatever it is, let's take a step further. Somebody asks you what kind of car you drive, because I only like people who have a luxury vehicle. Your personality is up here. You felt good in your Toyota. You felt good in your Chevrolet Malibu. Someone's tearing you down. Your car isn't good enough. What kind of house you live in? You just living in a small room? I like people who have a big mansion. Your personality starts to go down. I only date people who wear these kind of clothes and drive these kind of cars and have these kind of handbags. You thought she was good enough. You took the time to get your hair done. You put on your favorite outfit. You felt that you was making. And someone said, your shoes are ugly. Personality starts to go down here. We take it in because we're so concerned with pleasing everybody and wanting to fit in. We just want to fit in. But how can you have a positive, dating, healthy relationship if you're broken inside? How? It can't be done. It's going to be tough. Because whatever you're working with in your life and you're dealing with, that's going to go into your relationship. And together, that may cause it to be toxic. So is that fun? I'm a single woman. People say, why are you single? I don't know. I'm just single. That's my answer. I don't know. I'm just single. Hadn't happened for me yet. But I don't let it judge. It doesn't determine who I am as a person. Wasn't my time. You have to look around and realize so many other people share that same thing. They're single. Doesn't mean it's their fault. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing. So much fun things to do when you're single. Now, I wanted to make sure I go over some very important dating tips. I told you all earlier that I'm going to help you completely eliminate that crap from the dating process. Well, I'm ready to do that now. I had a friend who actually asked me not long ago, Tinsley, I know you blog about relationships and dating. I'm dating this guy and trying to get to know him more, but how can I know if he's interested in me? How do I know if he likes me? I listened to her and said, well, does he call you? Well, no, not really. I said, but he's not interested. Next. And he's not interested. Next. So those are some of the signs you look for. Tip number 1. If you're doing all the calling, he's not returning your calls and showing any interest, next. Why waste your time running behind someone who said no already because they're showing you that they're not interested in you? I'm kidding. How are you that busy to not call? You stopped me and asked me for my number. You showed an interest. Let's do this. You're not calling next. If he asked to borrow $50 and you just mentioned it, next. You want to be that same. A lot of single women, when you're vulnerable, lonely, by yourself, you want to be that hero. I'm going to give it to him. He'll like me. I'll stand out if I give it to him. Let me give it to you. Now, next. If he's the CEO of Hustling, next. Let me just make sure I clear it up. There's a hustle. Positive hustle. We all are hustling right now trying to get to that next place. There's a hustle. There's a grind. You're working towards your goal. Then there's a little duffel bag boy with the CDs on the corner. I'm just saying, get a vision and a plan. Do not date someone that's going to come to you, baby. Can you sell some of these CDs with me? No. Well, you mean it. No, I'm not mean. I'm just not interested. Were you hardcore? No, I'm not. See, if I'm never here for you, well, you haven't done anything to stand out. Next. Another one of the things I want you to know, too, stability. How can you date somebody if you're not stable? You're not ready. How's he going to date you if you're not ready and he's not ready? I don't care how much you work towards being the perfect person or woman for him. If he's not ready, it's not going to work. That's just it. Somebody's struggling now calling, he ain't called back yet. Well, you know what? If he didn't call yesterday, if he didn't call today, he's not going to call tomorrow. Next. I want everybody to say that. Next. Next. You have to be confident. The CEO of your life. You are the CEO of your life. And it's up to you to be as positive, smart, wise, considerate, and know people's foot journey. Getting back to that again. Know their foot journey. Find out more about that person before you judge them.